Hey guys, for another video. Gearhead Daydreams. Time has come to put the Mustang away for the winter. I got caught out in the rain about 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, and I haven't had a chance to wash the car because I've just been thinking that I'm just gonna prep it for winter before I put it away. So there's quite a few things that I have to do. One of the things I've also decided to do is to prepare the car for a winter detail, I guess, like a correction of the paintwork as well. I recently bought some, I got a really good deal on some Rupes Bigfoot machine polishes. I've got the 150mm and the 75mm, and I've got a bunch of polishing pads and Mancena polishing compounds which I'll be using. So this is not going to be a simple 2 or 3 day process. I'm going to take my time doing this. The process basically involves, the first thing I do is I get my chassis cleaner out. So I snow foam the bottom of the chassis and then jet wash it. This is pretty versatile too for that. It's kept my car rust proof, and it's over three years old now. After that, I'll get the wheels, then I'll wash the body down, followed by clay, and then iron fallout remover, and then tar. So that's gonna be the process, and then dry it and then put it away for now. And then yeah, just take my time during winter and do the correction. So today marks the first day really where I start that process. So for this, like I said, if I can get the under chassis washed, the outside washed, decontaminated, and then dry it and leave it to one side, I'll be pretty happy with that, because that requires a lot of work. So yeah, just thought I'd show you. I'll give you a bit of a tour of the setup. So I managed to get a really good deal on these two. Nice little stand. And then the brand that I trust to do the work, the brands rather. So I prefer Mancena polishes and cutting compounds and sealing waxes as well. I think they're pretty good. And then this is also a good wax as well. So I trust Yum Cars for what I do, and this car will pretty much be exclusively detailed using Yum Car products. Unfortunately, the clay bar kit is not yet out, so the clay bar kit would be of a different brand. Yeah, so I've got no choice with that, but I'm just going to show you guys the car real quick and the sort of state. It's not in a bad state. So the state of the car is, you can see it's got dirty wheels, being caught out in the rain and all that. It just needs a good, it's in good condition, but it just needs sprucing up. what you've just seen in the video is basically a short time lapse of me getting on with getting the car prepared for machine polishing. So I still have the door sills, etc. to do, but that's just quick wipe down. It shouldn't be an issue. So just to explain the process, the first thing I did was to jack the car up so I have good access to the wheel arches, and because the car is so low that otherwise I can't clean them. So jack the car up. Thankfully I have jacking rails, which makes that a lot easier. Get the wheel arches done. Then I got the under chassis washer with the snow foam. So Yum snow foam is what I used. Got the snow foam under the chassis, and then changed the attachment out for a jet wash, and then I jet washed the chassis as well. That just gets any grime, any dirt that might be stuck, because you have to remember dirt stores moisture, so it increases the amount of rust that you'll get. So for instance, if you drive on a road salt and you have all that grime stuck on there, it will hold moisture, you know, so it will keep on rusting at a faster rate. And I think this chassis washer is one of the reasons why my car is so good underneath. There isn't really any signs of rust, which is cool. After that, I then jacked the right side of the car up, and again cleaned the wheel arches. Did the tires and wheels. The tires I just used Yum Undress. It's a new product released by the company, which takes off any of the residues from previous dressings, etc. It worked really well. It's the first time I've used it, and to be honest, it's what I've come to expect of products by that company. Then Yum wheels for the wheels. Now my wheels are ceramic coated, so it might have been a bit overkill, but I just wanted to get everything on the wheels off. I think if I just used car shampoo and just to admit, it would have done pretty much the same thing. So that was that. Then I proceeded on just hosing the car down. So the jet wash that I use is a Nilfisk. I think it's 150 psi. I think psi or bar. I'm not sure. Can't be bar. Bar is a lot. So 150 psi. That's what I'm going to go with. So it's pretty strong. It, to be honest, negates the need for snow foam in my opinion, because it just blasts everything off. But even then, I still snow foamed the car, and instead of washing the snow foam off, I just left it on there and just used that as extra lubrication to do the washing. Then after that, I clayed the car. So again, I don't buy special lubricants because they're just too expensive for what they do. So again, I just put some Yum foam in a bucket and in a pressurized sprayer as well, and then just made sure I had good lubrication and went over the whole car. I ended up using a clay glove, clay mitt, because they're just a lot more practical. And once that was done, again, hose the car down, and then I applied the iron fallout remover. So I just again used the wheel cleaner on the paint, and you just got to make sure it doesn't dry, which is not really an issue when it's cold out like it is. So that wasn't a problem. After claying, so you know, why am I doing it after claying? Because of the way the paint is. So the clay would remove bits of iron, let's say this is the paint surface, which stick out like this. But what it won't do is, let's say if you have paint, because paint is an uneven surface, and there's a gouge, and let's say that's the gouge, and then there's a iron fallout bubble there, then the clay will flatten it, but it won't get in the valley. So spraying it will get those pieces out. And when I did spray it, to be honest, there were hardly any like runs of purple, which shows that it's reacted. So that was a good sign that the claying was done well. Then again, I used leftover foam lubricant that I used to lubricate the clay, to just again wash the car down, because iron fallout remover can be quite hard to remove from the little crevices, etc. So I just wanted to get all of that off with the mitt. I had the liquid already made, so I'm not just going to throw that away. So I reused it, hosed the car down again, dried it, moved it back, and that's where we are today.